Hey folks, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Yellowhat, and first, I hope you enjoyed the cinematic trailer you just saw of the two new maps coming to Pavlov VR. As shown, they are called Autumn and Carnival, and they will be coming to the PC and PSVR2 versions of the game in Update 30. In addition to that, they are also being made for Pavlov Shack as well for a later date. In this part of the video, I have the honor and privilege to be able to provide you with an exclusive look at both of the maps, never before seen by the public. We'll go over some of the unique features as well as layouts of both the maps. Before we get started, I do have a few things to note. First, everything you see today is still a work in progress, and any features of these maps are subject to change before final release. Second, I would like to give a major shout out and thank you to the developers at Bankrupt Games. I am honored to have been asked to help with the testing of the maps as well as make a video on them. One last thing to note, in addition to this video, I'll be releasing a 1 hour long interview that I did with Junt, the community manager over at Bankrupt Games, where we talk about Autumn and Carnival's development, as well as the future of Pavlov VR. Many details will be revealed in that video, so be sure to catch it. If you liked what you've seen so far, please feel free to hit that like button as well as hit the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with when I upload. With all that out of the way, let's get into it, starting with Autumn. Autumn is the first map we'll be having a look at today, and for some background, it takes place in a town loosely based off of Dublin, Ireland. It is a medium-sized map that features engagements of varying ranges, so players that like to play both up close and personal and from afar will be able to succeed on this map. We will start from the attacker spawn, where we are given two options. Go to the right to be able to go to A site, or go to the left to be able to access B site as well as the middle section of the map. We'll start by heading over towards B and mid. The middle section of this map can be accessed by going right at this fork in the path. Mid on this map is incredibly important for both sides to be able to maintain control of, as it provides quick access to the B site, as well as provides access to the tunnel section of this map, which is a unique part of the layout that both teams can take advantage of for quick rotates, or alternative angles to attack from. The tunnels connect to A site as well as the back of B site, and defenders spawn. They are especially fun to play around with if you enjoy sneaking around the map and being stealthy. Mid can also be accessed from this connector path that leads over to the A site, so ultimately it can be used by both teams to gain map control and flank the other team if needed. Now to talk about the main paths to both sites, starting with A. You have a bit of cover going to both sites, as you can use the vans and the construction as cover before you enter. The main area you'll have to fight on this route is the small pit area in front of the site. In addition, you have the apartments that you can use for a different angle of approach to A site. The site itself has a few angles to hold from. You can hold from the tunnels, from the upper area, or from the small tunnel below the elevated area. The targets are the black shipping containers. Now, over to the path that leads to B. This path is simpler in design, yet features a staircase that lets you peer into the site for an elevation advantage. Players can also make use of the small gap between two buildings to throw utility through. The fight here starts with the garage area, which defenders can hold from either the stairs or risk crossing over and holding from the boxes on their right side. Control of this garage is crucial for gaining entry into the site, and can be used as a powerful position to hold post-plant. B site can be held from the back or from the player in mid, as they have quick access to help stop a B attack. The targets on this site is this central statue, and depending on what side you plant on, you can opt to defend from the main path to B or from the garage. The key to this map is the control of the mid section. Whichever team controls that section will ultimately have control of a good portion of the map. Now, to move on to Carnival. This map takes place in an abandoned Ukrainian carnival park. Carnival takes advantage of using certain types of carnival rides as the main focus for its bomb sites, with A site being a part of the roller coaster that surrounds the map, and B site consisting of a dinosaur-themed ride and haunted house. The attackers spawn at the entrance to the park while the defenders spawn at the station to the roller coaster. For the attackers, you have the option of going right to head over to B, or you can go to the left to go to A site. Both paths will lead to the middle section of the map. Mid on this map provides both teams with a good amount of flanking opportunities if it's controlled. The attackers have the height advantage this time around, however, the defenders have multiple angles that they can peek from. The path to B site is straightforward, and you can either navigate through the shops or take the open path. The entryway to B sites can be approached either by the upper angle, which offers height advantage at the cost of a narrow entryway, or you can enter from the lower entrance. B site itself is unique in that the entire green barrier surrounding the ride can be shot through by most rifles and high caliber weapons. The target is in the back of the site, and you can plant on either side of the green barrier. The defenders can enter the site through the main path, or by walking through the haunted house path, which can help them approach the site in a safer manner. A site can be approached by the lower main path, or by using the upper path. The upper section of the site allows an attacker to more reliably throw utility into the site to open it up for the rest of the attackers. The lower section is a bit safer, however, the main defense point of the site is the tunnel of the roller coaster, which can be used by the defenders to stop a push pretty reliably. Success on A site is dependent on how well the attackers check their corners, as there are plenty of spots for the defenders to hide if need be. The defenders can enter the site through the tunnel or through the shorter entrance in this blue building. Alternatively, they can use mid to wrap around to the lower entrance from behind. Both maps were meticulously crafted for the Search and Destroy game mode, but can also be appreciated and played on any other game mode. On a personal note, I feel that both of these maps represent Vankrupt's highest quality work so far, and I am excited to see where they will go next. You can play both of these maps when Update 30 drops for the PC and PSVR2 version, and, as mentioned earlier, these maps will also be ported over to Pavlov Shack as well. It's been an absolute pleasure to show you all Autumn and Carnival, and I hope you enjoy playing them once they are released. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If you enjoyed today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing so that you can stay up to date with when I upload. My next video will be an exclusive 1-hour interview with Junt, the community manager over at Vankrupt Games. We'll discuss many things such as the maps you saw today, as well as future plans for the studio. I thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take it easy.